Alright everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to solve the Rubik's Cube using this manual, okay? This is the 7-step solution guide to solving the Rubik's Cube. Now, I'm going to take this Rubik's Cube that's mixed up. By the way, this is the old one that has stickers on them. And also note that the middle pieces, red and orange, are always opposites. Green and blue are always opposites. And white and yellow are always opposites. So just be aware of that. Now, depending on the position you hold the cube, make sure that this is the front side, which is F. The back side is B. The right side is R, the left side is L, the upper side is U, and the down side is D. Alright, and when it says turn one of the faces, it means clockwise. If it's followed by a lowercase I, which means inverse, turn it counterclockwise, and it would also help to turn the cube to face it and to see which way to turn it, okay? Now the first step, by the way, these are all hints. The first step is to solve the upper green cross. So what you need to do is find the center green piece, then find the green side pieces, and make them align with the green center to make a cross shape. By the way, when you do this, for example, here's a green side piece with red, so you turn it in a way that you get, see? Make sure it's aligned with both centers, okay? The green and the red. Alright, I just almost solved the green cross. By the way, don't pay attention to any of the other colored pieces. You can see how, these are about centered, except the yellow. You can see that this side piece, the green and yellow, are switched. So we're going to perform these sequence to get them in order. So, make sure you have, the orange facing toward you and follow this sequence. R-I, U, F-I, and U-I, and voila, we have them aligned to form this green cross. You can see the red and orange, the white and yellow. Now we're going to perform the second step, which is to fill this whole face with green. So what we need to do is find the green corner pieces, which are at the bottom. If they were at the top, just perform the sequence once to get them at the bottom. And we see that this green corner piece has white and orange, so we need to make sure it's aligned with the white and orange centers, and then perform the sequence R-I, D-I, R-D. Now we see that this green corner piece, orange and white, are aligned. You need to perform the sequence 1, 3, or 5 times, okay? So here's another one. It has orange and yellow. Make sure they're aligned with, the orange and yellow centers, and perform the sequence R, I, D, I, R, and D, and we have them aligned. Let's find, this green corner piece is at the top, so we're only going to perform it once. R, I, D, I, R, D. See, now it's at the bottom, and we can perform the sequence again. R, I, D, I, R, D, and there we have it. The green face is filled. Be sure that you also got your colored tees, like, the red, the white, the orange, the yellow. Be sure you have these as well. Now we can move on to the third step, which is to solve for these 4 side pieces. So, be sure to have green at the bottom, like green grass. And let's take, for example, the red-yellow, which is right here. So we make sure that the red is aligned with this red T right here, and since this is toward the right, we're going to perform the right sequence. So U, R, U, I, R, I, U, I, elf I, U, elf. And there we have it. Red and yellow. Side piece. Now, if it was in the center like this, we would just perform the sequence once to get it back up the top layer, okay? Let's solve for the yellow-orange side, okay? So, this time, it's at the left face, so we're going to perform the left sequence, okay? Ready? U, I, L, I, U, L, U, elf, U, I, elf, I, and there we have it. Yellow and orange side piece. Let's solve for the orange and white piece. Okay, so we have the red and yellow side piece. We got the yellow and orange side piece. Now we're going to solve for the orange and white. So it's right here. We're going to turn it to where the orange T right here. And since it's on the right side, we're going to solve for it using the right sequence. So, we get U, R, U, I, R, I, U, I, elf I, U, elf, and there we have it. Orange and white. One more. That's red and white. Which happens to be right here. We'll turn it to get the white T going on right here. It's on the right side, so we'll perform the right sequence, okay? U, R, U, I, R, I, U, I, elf I, U, elf, and there you have it. So all 4 side pieces are solved. Now we can move on to step 4, is to solve for the blue cross on top. So we turn the let's see, blue see right here, these 2 blue sides right here. So we perform this sequence once or more. Doesn't matter which face. Spell the word fruit. Okay, so we go elf, R, U, R, I, U, I, and elf I. And then we do it again. Elf, R, R, I, U, I, and elf I. And there you have it. A blue cross shape. Again, don't pay attention to these other blue pieces. Now we move on to step 5, which is to align, the side pieces right here. So let's start with red. See this line right here. We're going to make red in front, and we're going to perform the sequence. R, U, R, I, U, R, U, U, R, I, and there you have it. The red and the yellow. Now we turn to the white face and the orange face. By the way, if the white isn't already aligned, you just perform the sequence once more, followed by an U, to where you turn it and to complete the sequence. Now, step 6. Find a corner piece on top that is in the correct position. For example, red, white, and blue, right here. And then you have it at the upper front right, and then you perform the sequence. U, R, U, I, L, I, U, R, I, U, I, and L. Okay? Okay, so now all corner pieces are in the correct positions. Now we're going to flip them in the correct direction. So, this one's already completed, so we're not going to mess with it. Let's start with one that's not completed, like right here. By the way, we already solved the top edges, now we're going to solve the top corners, so perform this sequence 2 or 4 times. R-I, D-I, R-D, R-I, D-I, R-D, R-I-D-I, R-D, R-I-D-I, R-D. And there you have it. Now, even though all this is scrambled, we turn the top layer and do the sequence again. See, it needs to be flipped. The blue needs to be on top. So, we do R-I-D-I, R-D, R-I-D-I, R-D, R-I-D-I, R-D, R-I-D-I, R-D. This is in the correct position. We turn the top layer again to where it needs to be flipped. Blue needs to be on top and do R-I-D-I, R-D, R-I, R-D, R-I-D-I, R-D, R-I-D-I, R-D. And now we have all the corner pieces completed, and all we need to do is turn, and voila, we solved the Rubik's Cube. So, I hope you enjoyed playing the game. There are billions of combinations, but there's only one solution. Alright? Now, that will be the end for today's video, and I will see you later.